day 3 of the pond clean out. We'll see how it goes and how many fish are left. Have a look while things are all settled down. You can see how nasty it was. Probably at least 6 to 12 inches deep of sludge in the bottom there. But I don't see any fish. This is the deep end, so Tick said she heard quite a few fish moving around last night. You can see where they've cut the grooves going through the crap. Here's some over here. This is the deep part where we drain it from. Why I'd never get a job over here. Tick's Pest Control Services. He'd probably charge you $150 for that camera. Maybe more. Tone had to go and harvest rice today, so we're down a man, a good man too. Ged's out there. Get all the ladies are in here mopping up the mess, and I'll work the camera. Tick's Pest Control gave this a good soaking too, just a couple minutes ago. But these little buggers, do they ever lay a sting on you? Wow. It's gonna be another cooker today. I think it hit 40 yesterday, probably be the same today. We had about 10 drops of rain last night, and that was it. But yeah, this whole fish pond thing, Tick's had enough, and it's, you know, I left the call up to her because I don't care one way or the other. So she put the fish in, and she just had enough of the mess. And it's just one of those things, you know, we don't even eat them. And she's figured that the whole thing's cost about 15,000 baht. That's, you know, maybe 600 or 700 Canadian dollars, but for a year. But I mean, the family has eaten, I would say 3 times a week. Someone in the family's eaten fish out of that pond for the last, since they were big enough to start harvesting, I'd say, when I got here. Oh, there's my love. I'm doing a little video about the fish and how you've had enough of it.
Yeah.
And how you've had enough of the mess.
Enough of everything, huh?
She's had enough. And she's just had enough. And she won't put up with any more. Yeah, so anyways, the fish that we moved over to the pond you saw in the last video, into Uncle Pat's pond, they all died. It's been a complete disaster. We're just in the stage of just giving them away if somebody wants them. I mean, she's had enough, and tried to save them. We didn't know how many were in there. We didn't know, you know, the whole process was just, so we sold, I think. I have to ask her how many kilos. They sold quite a few kilos yesterday. But there was still lots of fish left over. Everybody's eating fish, and apparently they don't freeze very good. So that's not really an option. I asked Tick about that, if we could, you know, clean them up and freeze them, but we don't want them. Anyways, so the mad rush is on. Everybody's going to be eating fish here for a few days, that's for sure. But the coming over and taking fish home for dinner is done after this. because we're not going to put any more fish back in. So I want to ask anyone who has any experience with this, what Tick's thinking she'd like to do is to not put any fish in there and then make it into kind of like a swimming pond, you know, adding chlorine to it, getting a filter. We'd have to get a good filter. It's big. It's about 6 feet deep, but she can only fill it with the rainwater that comes. So I don't know what you guys think of that idea. I don't know, because I've never had a pool over here. I don't know. I think it's just going to turn into a slimy mess, but it might work for a couple of months out of the year until she can empty it and clean it out, because that's the problem, is getting it filled back up. If you clean it out, she can only clean it out at this kind of time of year because the rain season's coming, and that's how it can get filled back up. You can't use the well water or the city water to fill it. So we're just limited by certain circumstances here that are out of our control with it. But that was her idea. Like, Phil will swim in it. You've seen him. He's in there swimming in it now. So they would have no problem going in swimming, you know, the way she's talking about doing it. But problem is it's not covered, you know, so the sun just beats on it all day. So yeah, let me know what you think. If it's an idea or not, I don't know what to think about it. I just let her do that. It's the go with the flow attitude I think you got to have over here. If you're living here in the village like this, just like whatever you want to do, dear. I don't care. I don't care. And then live with it. You know, if you really do care, if it's really important, then of course you're gonna speak your mind. But for the most part, it's like, what do you want for dinner? I don't care, because it'll change anyways throughout the day, and then whatever's on the table is what's for dinner. So I don't care. There's a good attitude to have over here. Keep your stress levels down for sure. And my Ben Rai is a good attitude. So keep your stress levels down, keeps your immunity up, and your blood pressure down. So it's a good way to live life. And the good thing is, you know, they really don't expect me. She doesn't expect me to go out there in 40-degree temperature and start slugging fish. You know, she just wants, this is a job that needs to get done, and we'll take care of the people who come over and do it. I can't do it. I just can't go out there and not eat and work all day like they can. So, and I'm willing to admit it. I'm a big pussy. You know, so I'm a big pussy when it comes to 40 degrees. I don't want heat stroke, and that's a real possibility over here. If you get out and start motoring around at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a good chance, unless you're really used to it, that you can get sick. So nobody wants to go to the hospital right now, that's for sure. So you can see it's starting to go down. Everybody's sweeping all the crap towards the... We got Cola here. Tick's brother Suck. It's quite a mess. You know, things are getting serious around here when the big boss is going in. Got her sexy boots on. She's all geared up with her gloves. But the big boss, he's not going in. Can you do a little dance? You look...
Scott dance.
Quite the fashion statement going on here. With the socks.
One more then.
Looking good. I'm eating ice cream. Oh, she feeds me ice cream. I sit here and do nothing. How come?
You're not allowed to work. That's all. You not have the work permit. You just sleep and eat.
That's all I'm allowed to do.
Yeah. Bye-bye ค่ะ
See ya.
ไปแล้วนะคะค่ะ
So it's lunchtime here on day number 3. Everybody's gone for a little break, but it's almost done. See, it's well over half anyways. So they're gonna have to sweep all this. suck out as much as they can. I think most of the fish are out. Look at the big bosses down in there now. Oh. Whew. Good thing you weren't standing at the bottom of that. So it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there is the temperature in the shade. So the pond's all done. Everybody's gone. It's all been emptied out, and fish are gone. Thanks for watching. Might see you again.